Good morning, besties. I know we're back with another video. Today's gonna be a little slightly different just because I know I kind of haven't talked too much about my pregnancy and haven't really done like an update and everything. You guys have just seen, you know, like telling my boyfriend when we were pregnant, telling my parents when we were pregnant, baby shower, stuff like that, and our gender reveal. I know I haven't given you guys an update. If you're new here, make sure you guys go hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and watch all my other videos. If you haven't already yet, go check them out. Today, as of right now, I'm currently in my 3rd trimester already as of this week, I believe, or last week. I lost count and I'm losing my brain cells because I'm starting to lose my memory on certain things. Talk to you guys about 3 topics. Tell you guys how I found out I was pregnant, how I felt during my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd trimester, and how I overcame morning sickness. I think those are like probably the 3 best topics right now. I'll kind of give you guys like my experience on everything. My appointment isn't until like 8:30 that I have to like go in, check in and whatnot, but my appointment is not really until 8:45, so I might be able to go in earlier. So hopefully let that be, because I still have to go to work today, but I'm just going late. I think I've been awake since 5:30 maybe. My boyfriend's mom just got back from Mexico and she brought us bread from Mexico, so we're having this, and we got a hot chocolate because that's what my boyfriend wanted. That's gonna be my little brekkie for now, at least to kind of get baby going, baby moving. She's been really active lately, so I kind of know her like wake cycles right now. The first topic is going to be how I found out I was pregnant. It was back in April, obviously, when I found out. The reason how I found out was because I had noticed that my period cycles were not as normal. Like, they were normal, but not as steady as like when it says that I would be getting it. So obviously I would get my days and everything, but the thing is, like, from the time frame that it tells me from when it's starting versus when it's ending, it would be a couple days after or within like towards the end of the week of when it's supposed to be that I'm supposed to be getting finished, and I magically got my days, you know. I didn't think anything of it to be like, hey, you know what, let me take a pregnancy test right now, because my cycles have been a little off. We had an upcoming party for one of my friends, and if my friend is watching this, now you know more the story of it. Party was back in my old hometown, which is about an hour and a half away. My friend and her family, you know, like, they love to have a good time when they have a party. So for them, you know, like, it's just the drinking and everything. They had drinks and whatnot. They offered me drinks, but I said no. I had told my friend, I go, you know, no, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't want to drink because, you know, he's not gonna be able to drive. I'm gonna be the one driving us back home because his head is hurting a little bit and he was having a little stomach ache. Obviously he didn't drink either as well because he was, you know, in pain and not feeling too good. We came back in the car and we were about to head out. We were talking about, you know, how everything went and whatnot. I just kept telling him, like, I really feel like I'm pregnant. It's just kind of weird. And I was starting to kind of get some cravings like here and there. When I would go to work, I would notice and feel like I was just too hungry, like I was craving so many things. Like, I would go to the bathroom frequently, and I told my boyfriend, you know what, like, I'm gonna get some tests and I'll take a test. He wanted to take the test with me though, but I felt bad because, like, I kind of wanted to surprise him, obviously. But now that I kind of think about it, like, in today, like, I kind of regret it because I wish I would have did that pregnancy test with him too, because when I found out, it was actually the day that we were gonna go to work. I took a first test and it came out positive, but I was like, nah, this is fake, like, this is not real, like, shut up. I ended up waiting about 2 days. I think it was the most like 3 days, but I was like, no, like, I need to know, like, now, like, I can't hold back. 2 days later again, I took a test and it came out positive again. So I was like, okay, this is real now. Like, that's it. Like, the second one's done for me. Like, I know the first one kind of like, you know, you get that instinct. I didn't know when I was gonna do it, but I was like, I need to do it like soon. Let me just leave the test out and I'll just kind of make him feel a little sussed about something. Kept it to ourselves for about like 2 weeks maybe, and then when my parents came down and his sister came out from Arizona, I'm deciding to surprise them and want to tell them, because my parents live about 10 hours away. His sister lives in Arizona. You know, it was like perfect timing because they were both in that same weekend. So I was like, oh, that'll be perfect, because that weekend too was my grandma's birthday party, and I was like, that's completely perfect. Like, my stepdad's coming, my mom's coming, like I'll have them there. And then it was funny because that weekend too, we were supposed to get a family tattoo, and I was like, I cannot not tell them, because then they're gonna be like, well, why aren't you getting it? Because if you know me, I have two. So I have this one here and I have this one here. Those are the only two that I have. I surprised my parents with the little onesie thing, and I did not get a picture, which I really tremendously regret not getting a picture of them. With his sister and his mom, we still didn't get a picture of it, but we got the both videos. I did record the reactions, so the video is here if you guys want to go check it out. With his sister and his mom, we did like a wine bottle with just an ultrasound, because what I had seen and found, it has to be said, it's said in English, but I couldn't change it to Spanish. So, and I needed like a specific machine to do all that good stuff, like the Cricut machine. Did like a little ultrasound picture that I had gotten from when we first went, and it shows like she's the little bean. So I did that. I just printed that out, put it on the bottle so that they could see that. For my parents, they just did the onesie with a picture too as well. I had to ended up waiting for a couple weeks more, and it sucks because it does happen in the beginning, because I have noticed it only happens in the beginning that you wait longer for an appointment to get in to do an ultrasound and whatnot. Now to our next topic of how I felt during my first, second, and now my third trimester. I'm still in my early third trimester, so I can't really say too much. First trimester, obviously that is listed as like sickness, you know, your surviving mode. Literally survival mode for a week. Come to find out, when I had done the first ultrasound, we were enlisted as 2 weeks more sooner rather than what we were told. I got morning sickness and I was dying. Like every morning I was like sick. I thankfully did not throw up. I did feel nauseous. I did, you know, feel squirmy about certain foods. Anything that I smelled was just disgusting. If you know me too, we recently got a puppy earlier this year in February, I want to say late February, March, around there. So he was still a puppy, and obviously, you know, he does his duties and whatnot. I would want to gag. I would want to throw up. I was like, nope, I can't do it. So my boyfriend took over, ended up just, you know, taking care of him. But I would still take him normal baths. I would be with him, I would play with him and everything. But it's just when it came to his poop and everything, I would want to throw up. Honestly, I couldn't eat eggs. I couldn't, and I love eggs, especially eggs for breakfast. Perfect. What did I take to kind of prevent the morning sickness? They're like these candies that are not cough drops, but they look like they're cough drops, but they're not. And it had like ginger and something else, but I'll insert a picture here because I still actually have leftover. When I got into my second trimester, I honestly like felt normal again. For me, like the symptoms that I had, I was like, well, I didn't really have like morning sickness too much, but it was only like on certain occasions. One thing I did forget to mention was first trimester, I did have pretty severe headaches during like afternoon in the middle of my day. I would kind of play guessing with my gender. At first I was feeling like it's a boy, because if you are breaking out, I think it is that you are more than likely gonna have like a boy, but if you're not breaking out, it's more than likely that you're gonna have like a girl. So my acne, my skin was just like on and off, so I would be like, I think it's a boy. But then with the certain stuff that I was like really picky on, like I couldn't smell burgers, any type of kind of meat I wasn't like really able to smell. And they say if you eat more sweets and like sugary type of stuff, it's like you're having a girl. And then if you eat more meat and kind of crave that type of stuff, then you're gonna have a boy. And I was like assured, I was like, you know, I think I'm gonna have a girl. My boyfriend also too, he agreed. He said that we were gonna have a girl. During that second trimester, obviously that's when you have more of like your cravings, you're able to eat more. So I was like, craving so many different things. It was just kind of weird because that's why I was kind of on and off, because like then I was able to eat a burger. Like the only burger that I would eat would be from like In-N-Out. Any other burger I would not eat because I was that picky. That's how it was for me, at least with the second trimester. I was feeling more better, I had more energy, my bump wasn't really showing as much. Carry on to my third trimester. Now I'm still feeling the same as I am in my second trimester, so it's still kind of like normal, but obviously now like I'm growing more. If you follow me on my Instagram or TikTok, you can see and tell that in my past couple videos or postings to my stories, finally growing. I am tall, so I am 5'8", and I'm pretty skinny, I would say, for my height. It's just crazy now because like now I am actually starting to see my belly grow bigger. Honestly, being pregnant has changed my perspective on like so many things, I would say, because you're obviously going to be a parent to a human that you created with your person that you love. It's a beautiful feeling, and I'm grateful that God has allowed and given me this opportunity with my body to be able to grow a human, because I know that not many women out there are able to have children, have a baby. I can now only imagine like the heartbreaking moment that they have, just knowing that you can't grow, you know, a little human of your own. Do feel for those women, because it has really hit me. It's the most beautiful feeling ever. Right now she's kicking. She's been kicking the whole time that I've been talking to you guys. I've been feeling her in my early 20 weeks. I think I want to say like 21, 22. How I felt it was honestly like I was playing a guessing game. Like, is she kicking? Is she not kicking? Like, what is this, you know? And I would feel a little something, but I was just like, you know, like my stomach's just hungry. But no, like it came out to be that she was kicking and she was starting to move. Now I can now see her. I'm really grateful for the partner that I have as well, because he's very supportive, he's very caring, he's very loving. He always checks on me every day. He always makes sure that me and his baby girl are eating what we want to eat. He always helps me if like there's something heavy or anything. Like, I not once have lifted up anything heavy, and if I did, it's probably because he wasn't there. But trust me guys, I was super duper careful, 100%. From when we found out that we were pregnant to getting close to her due date is immensely very crazy. After next week, we're literally 10 weeks away from meeting our baby girl. And that is super duper crazy, because we have gotten her stroller, we have gotten her car seat. I can't wait to meet her. I'm curious to know how big she's gonna come out. If you want to take a wild guess, please take a wild guess and let me know what you guys think on how much you guys think she might be weighing. Obviously I am scared towards like the delivery, but I'm not too worried because I know I have a great and loving supportive system. You as a mother in that situation to do all that is crazy. It just shows and tells you how women in general are so beautiful, so amazing for what they can actually do with their body. So if you guys have any questions or comments or anything, please let me know down below in the comments, and you guys know me, I will respond. So if you guys haven't checked out my last video, make sure you guys go check that out. It is a little slightly different, and I know today's video was a lot different because I always typically have done vlogs. I think this is literally my first ever sit down chit chat with you guys about a topic. I thought I would just come on here and tell you guys how my experience has been, how my journey has been. I will definitely see you guys on the next one, because who knows what the next video will be. I am getting close to my peak, so I have been getting more tired. Been waking me up at least once every time in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Every time I try to go back to bed, it's hard. I will do my best to keep up to date with these videos and post at least every 2 weeks, because that is my current schedule right now. And I always post on a Thursday because Thursdays are typically the days that work best for me. I've been wanting to try to squeeze in a second video, but it is kind of hard for me to find time to be able to film and edit, you know, 2 videos. It's already hard enough for me for doing just one, because I do work a full-time job still. So I am still working my full-time jobs, and I am gonna get to a certain point where obviously that's gonna stop for a minute because baby girl's gonna be coming, and that's when I'll probably be able to film a lot more for you guys, but I know I will take a toll at some point. I will do my absolute entire best to make and film videos and edit them for you guys, have them up for you guys as a normal posting schedule in the meantime, so that way I can kind of cope with my baby and everything and soak in every newborn moment. If you like today's video, of course, like I said before and always, make sure you guys go hit that like button, subscribe button, and comment something down below that you enjoyed in your pregnancy, because I just love hearing other women's stories, because it's all different. Everyone is different. Make sure you guys go share that beautiful memory, get a little recap of what your pregnancy was like. Thank you so much for always supporting me, watching all my videos if you watch them all the way through. See you guys on the next one. Bye.